Hello, everybody. This is Turgaya, and I'm here to talk to you about the vendor weapons of the week for the week of May 16th through the 23rd, 2017. Before we get started, let's take a peek at the weekly events in the Director. So this week, the weekly raid is the Wrath of the Machine with all challenges active. The Challenge of the Elders has Catapult, Melee Kill bonus, and Small Arms. The Nightfall is Epic, Specialist, Chaff, Ironclad, and Exposure. The Heroic Strikes are Heroic, of course, Solar Burn, Specialist, and Fresh Troops. The Weekly Story playlist is Solar Burn and Brawler. And the weekly Crucible is Mayhem Clash. With no further ado, let's get into this. Now, we're in the tower, so let's start with New Monarchy and Executor Hideo. This week's Assembly 2 is worth a look. It has a Reflex Sight, Snapshot, and high caliber rounds in the first column, Perfect Balance, and Hidden Hand. So if you're into fast-firing auto rifles, this is worth a look. The Impeacher 5 makes its weekly appearance in my list with the Sure Shot IS sight, high caliber rounds and snapshot in the first column, hand-loaded, and rangefinder. This is a sidearm that does what sidearms do. While I myself am not a fan of the high rate of fire machine guns, the First Citizen 9 catches my attention this week. You can run this with a linear compensator, high caliber rounds, hammer forged, and hidden hand. And now for the Crucible Quartermaster, Archite 9940. Let's see what he's got. First off, let's get the weekly palindrome report out of the way. This week we have a decent roll with Sure Shot, Spray and Play, Reinforced Barrel, and Hidden Hand. This is a solid, it's a gun. This week's 44 Curtain Curl has a few interesting options. I'd probably run with linear compensator. You could run with aggressive ballistics, but it hurts the range and stability. You have two good options in the first column, depending on your style. Battle Runner to help get you to the next kill, and Close and/or Personal so that you can follow up with the melee damage if you tend to engage from a little bit longer range. You also have Rifled Barrel, which is kind of a necessity on shotguns, and Full Auto, which will help you engage multiple targets. This week's Anton Rule has a Sure Shot IS. It has Outlaw and Army of One. I'd prefer Outlaw in most circumstances. It has hand-loaded, although high caliber rounds is tempting. And it has Hot Swap. Altogether, a very decent sidearm. This week's Event Horizon is probably the standout at the Quartermaster. It's got a short gaze sight. It has both life support and Army of One, quick draw and snapshot, and hidden hand. For most players, I think the way to run this is going to be short gaze, life support, quick draw, and hidden hand. However, some players who already have the quick draw perk, hunters and warlocks with Ophidian aspects, will probably prefer snapshot. And if you're very confident that you're going to get those one-hit kills, Army of One may be more attractive than life support. All in all, there's no bad setup for this gun. Finally, I want to give a quick mention to something wicked. This is not a great rocket launcher, but it is a tracking arc launcher. So if you need one of those, here it is. And now for the Vanguard and Roni 5530. Let's see what he's got. Angel's Advocate this week is close, but no banana. The main thing it's missing is a scope. It has none of the preferred scope options. Probably, if you're going to operate with this at range, I might try the Range Lens RLS3. Other than that, you have the final perk, Reactive Reload, which synergizes well with these perks. Of these, I'd probably pick Outlaw. And then in the middle, you have Perfect Balance. So it's a decent perk set, not a god roll, but the scopes. For all you Voop Voop fans out there, X Asterisk this week comes with improved aim assist from the Reflex scope, Icarus, Braced Frame, which is super tempting, although I might tend to go towards Snapshot because I don't want to lose the ammo, and Hot Swap. So if you like to Skyvoop people, True Vanguard, this may be a fusion rifle for you to play with. Dead Orbit and Iraq Jalal. Let's see what he's got. The Extremophile 011 doesn't have any good sights this week, and that's pretty much its main drawback. Quick Draw IS is decent, but it's mostly handling speed, perks, no aim assist. Moving on, you have high caliber rounds and quick draw. I'd probably go with high caliber rounds. Perfect balance in the middle. You always want stability on auto rifles and hidden hand. This is not a fantastic auto rifle, but it's a real workhorse. If you like this archetype, it's worth a look. Future War Cult and Lakshmi 2. Let's see what she has. Well, this week, it's pretty much just the Wormwood report. As usual, this is a great archetype of sidearm, the best, most competitive. And you want to go ahead and pick up straight across the top. True sight, high caliber rounds, fitted stock, hidden hand. This is, once again, the sidearm of the week. Well, that's going to do it for this week. What do you think, Guardians? Did I find all the good weapons? Did I miss one that you think is going to be spectacular? Let me know in the comments below. As always, I hope this video helped you, and I thank you for watching. Here's my information. You know where to find me: on Twitter, on Twitch, and of course right here on YouTube. Thank you again for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and or subscribe. Hey, do both. It probably won't hurt. Thanks again, and I'll see you, Starside Guardian.